This week's article, A Mathematical Cornucopia of Pumpkins, was an interesting read. Basically, the article outlines an inquiry math and science lesson using pumpkins or another in-season fruit. The lesson begins by students brainstorming some interesting questions to ask about their pumpkin. They then take several measurements, count seeds, plot data on graphs, and analyze the data. Before I started this program, I didn't really know what inquiry or a PBL were. I have since learned that these are some of the best ways to promote student engagement and learning. My first quote is from the bottom of page 75. Investigations such as this one need to have a general direction, but must be flexible enough to follow students' inquiries and thus retain authenticity. This quote gives a great rule to doing an inquiry investigation in the classroom. You need a general direction and an idea of where you want to go. But you must have the flexibility and willingness to follow the students where their minds and ideas take you. I am a visual kinesthetic learner, so doing and seeing make the information mean more for me. My second quote is found at the top of page 77. Clearly, the visual learners in the class could grasp the data when transformed into pictorial form. This quote comes after students have plotted their data on charts. They have a picture of what the data looks like, and in the sentence before this, the author says he hears several ahas resounding around the room because finally his students have understood what their data meant. Every lesson we prepare must plan for different types of learners in the classroom. Had this part of the lesson not been included, several students like myself would have missed out on important learning. My last quote is from the end of the article on page 78. For investigations in mathematics and science to engage students, they must be fun. As a child, I never enjoyed math or science because it was pure plugging numbers into formulas or memorizing definitions and information to make it through to the test. In other words, I was not engaged. Not every lesson in the classroom has to be fun, but it helps to get the students engaged if they can make personal connections or if they can see some real-world use for what we're doing in the classroom. Inquiry and asking interesting questions is the theme of this article. Encouraging our students to ask interesting questions may make them more enthusiastic about doing inquiry investigations where authentic learning occurs. Inquiry lessons should remain authentic, appeal to various learning styles, and be engaging.